AJ, how this is beautiful.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing another neo soul breakdown, and today I want to go more in depth in terms of mixing, sound selection and music theory so that you guys can understand. And if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. So starting out, I started this beat with the drums. I'm gonna tell you how I did the drums. So first off, I used Addictive Drums, and then I used a preset, but I modified the preset. As you can see, I named it. It was named AP2 Save Me. I forgot where I got the preset from. The first change was on the hi-hats. I like really soft hi-hats. I don't like hi-hats that are too loud and like have a lot of attack on them. So I removed the low end from it, and then on the taping shape I lowered the attack, and then I increased the sustain, and then I think I lowered the threshold for the saturation, and then I added some noise to it. And then for the kick, I changed what kick I used, and then I boosted the mids, and then increased the attack, lowered the sustain. And then for the snare, I added sense, which means I sent to the effects, and the effects I have a reverb, so that's where I sent it to. That's pretty much what I've done there. And then I have a bunch of other sends, as you can see here. The toms are sent to the reverb, and then yeah, I think that's it. Those are the changes I made to it. And then as for the pattern, I used QAPT, I forgot his name, but I think I used one of these presets. It's probably this one. I changed a couple of things in terms of the pattern so it can fit like what I had in my head. What I was looking for mostly was these hi-hats. And okay, this is the pattern. Yeah, tricks you should know about Addictive Drums is that the sounds are very velocity sensitive, so how hard you play the sound will determine how it's played. And then as for these, I think it's the rides. So if you want to hold the ride, you use these, you see, and then it just shuts it off. Not much to it, but yeah, that's it for the drums. And then let's get down to the melodies. So here, let me just use PianoTeq because that's more audible. Here I use something called Tritone subs. I've been learning theory, like trying to understand theory and jazz harmony and stuff like that, so I can be better at my beats. Tritone subs is when you substitute a dominant chord with a dominant chord, a tritone away from the chord, the one chord. So you can do that for like your one. So I'm in C minor, so I can substitute G, which is G dominant, with a chord that is a tritone sub away from G. So one. So how you do a tritone sub, you'll take your chord, right? This is a dominant chord, and then this is the chord that I want to go to, which is the one. Why? Okay. And then I want to go to this one, form a dominant. So I can replace this chord with another chord, a tritone, a chord that is a tritone away from this dominant chord. So what I would do is have to count 6 up or 6 down. It doesn't really matter. You're still gonna end up in a tritone. So tritone is 6 tones, which is 6 semitones. So you'll go down or up 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get a C sharp. So if I took this and just bring it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a tritone substitution for this chord progression. So if I just play it like this, you see it leads nicely into the 1. This is how it originally sounded. Okay, those are tritone subs. You can do it for also secondary dominants, which is what I did. And I'm going to show you how I did that by going through the chord progression. So this chord progression starts on a C minor 11, which is this. And then it goes to an A dominant 9, which resolves to the A flat major 9, which is the 6th of the chord progression. So if you can notice, notes that are in scale are highlighted here, like I used the scale feature on FL, but this is not in scale. So it's a tritone substitution of the dominant of A flat major. So how did I get there? So you have to get the dominant chord of this one first. So to get the dominant chord, it's just the 7 semitones up or 5 semitones down. So let's just go there. 7 semitones up or 5 semitones. I just like going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this D sharp is the 5th of A flat major 9. So if we're in the scale of A flat major, this would be our 5th degree. So to get the tritone substitution, you have to go from here up or down 6. It doesn't matter, you end up in the same place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's our tritone, and then you make it a dominant chord so that it leads nicely. This works because you have the same tritone in okay, let me get a dominant, 2 dominant chords, right? So the actual dominant chord of this chord is, as we've already figured out, D sharp, right? But we're using let's just show this. We're using A minor. This works because you have the same tritone. So this G to C sharp is the same as a C sharp to G. So you have the same tritone. That's why it works as a substitution. And then moving on in the chord progression. So from this A flat major 9, I go down to a G dominant, a G11, so a dominant 11 chord. So this creates a nice chromatic dissension. And then I go back to the 1, and then I use this A flat major 9 again, which is the 6th, and then I use F9 sus4, so it's a suspended chord, and then I go back to the dominant 5th degree, and that's the chord progression. And then this is from PianoTeq. I use the default preset, which is the Steinway D prelude, and then on the mixing side I put in Lo-Fi Punch. It's kind of like my new favorite plugin for my piano. I only mainly like it for this pitch feature. I just use it slightly, 0.1, because if you overuse it, it's gonna sound bad. I don't like saying things sound bad, but it is gonna sound bad. See what I mean? Sounds like an untuned piano, but like if you use it well, bro, it adds that little sauce. And then I use the same chords in felt piano, the no felt piano, and on the no felt piano, I like using this feature where it like simulates a pianist like moving in their chair. It's just, yeah, this feature, it's just fun. And then I turn down the color and then turn up the tonal shift, and then makes it sound darker. So it's like this soft type of sound. And then I also had like BBC Orchestra. I think everyone has this plugin because it's free and it sounds great. So the notes I used here, I used very high notes. You see, and on C7 and C8, I used the root notes of the chords, and then I sustained the tonal note, which is C, because I'm in C minor, and then it just gives it this like suspense type of thing. It just sounds beautiful to me, so that's why I used it. Also, in terms of melodies, I have this piano solo. So for piano solos, I really don't know what I'm doing. I just transpose my keyboard to the key I know, like I know how to play, and then just play a bunch of notes that sound good to me. I also had another instance of Addictive Drums. It's just like jazz drums. I use the jazz brush, and then I just use the presets in the jazz section here, like modern brush, take somewhere there, and just use one that will fit my beat, and it sounds like this. I like to do this for intros and stuff like that, and like down sections where it just adds texture and rhythm without adding a lot of things. With the bass, I'll show you guys. Ample bass is one of the best basses you can have. I also like to use Trillion if you've watched my previous videos, but I like ample bass because I have everything in one. On Trillion, I have to have multiple instances of Trillion to do certain tricks, but here I have everything. So let me detach this and then just show you guys what everything here is. So this is to make it muted. So that's when you have like a cloth on your thing so that it has like this low attack type of vibe. And then this makes it normal, like C makes it normal, and then E is for slides, but you have to overlap your notes. So if you see here, my notes overlap, and then okay, D is normal, and then D sharp is for sliding down. So just like a low slide down, like and then yeah, that's it. And then I'll just play it while. So you guys should watch this section and then you'll see what it's doing. See, it just gives it a little vibe and like natural feeling that you can't get from a lot of plugins. So I think it's pretty cool. And then in terms of mixing, I just use Guitar Rig 7. Yeah, clean bass line. I just like it. It removes most of the high end. It just like leaves it sounding nice. And what I did was I used a frequency splitter, and then I routed the high end from mid to high end. I routed that to this track, and then I put a chorus and a reverb on it. So there's like a little bit of reverb and chorus on the bass if you can listen closely. Okay, I'm turning it up so you guys can hear it. It's really low, but it just adds that vibe without compromising the mono-ness that makes a bass feel centered. And then I have this bass that I used in the intro, which I also used the ample bass upright, and then I just used it in the intro. I like to use these things on top, so if you like use these are the notes, but if you go high enough you get snaps and pops and squeaks. You see, you get those type of things. So all these things just add more textures and layers to your sound. So it just adds a little bit more. And I had like this low solo for the intro, I think. It's not really a solo, it's just descending notes. Just to add a little bit more things. I think what takes a beat from like a decent sounding beat to a really good sounding beat is just the atmosphere you add in it. So I also have these like chimes, bongos, just a bunch of stuff just to add to the texture of the beat. This is in the intro. See those little ear candy, a slide. C slide notes, and then I also have these chords, like they basically follow the chord progression. So how I get these, I just go to Splice and then look for one shots, and then on the one shots I look for ones that are close to the chords I want, and then I just transpose them to whatever chord that I actually need them to be, and then using multiple little chord chops. Something I like to have is this. So this is very like helpful in terms of time management and actually reducing like CPU load. So this is basically, you can get this in templates. So you have the delay and the reverb here. So every time if a certain element requires reverb, I just turn this up, and then I have reverb without doing a whole lot of work. So it just adds more time. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Comment what you like and what you don't like. What should I do in the future? And I'll catch you guys on the next video.
DJ, oh, this is beautiful. DJ, how this is beautiful.